Gamers, what's the craziest thing you've ever heard over voice chat? I was playing Rainbow Six Siege late one night when I had just joined a random squad, and this kid, probably around 12, was being super chatty and excited. He kept talking about strategies and asking for advice, clearly just happy to have people to play with. About an hour into our session, we heard a loud crash through his mic, followed by screaming. The kid went quiet for a second, then whispered, "I have to go," but he didn't disconnect. Instead, we heard heavy footsteps and a man's voice slurring, "Where's the money?" The kid's mom was crying in the background. My whole squad fell silent, listening to this domestic violence situation unfold through this poor kid's headset. The dad was clearly drunk, throwing things and demanding money they apparently didn't have. The kid must have forgotten his mic was still on. The mom's voice got closer, begging the husband to calm down. "Please, Travis is in his room. He can hear everything." That's when we heard the sound of someone being hit, followed by the kid screaming, "Stop hurting Mom!" My hands were shaking. One of my squad mates, Ryan, asked if anyone knew the kid's real name or where he lived. Nobody did. We only knew him as Snipe King 203. Another teammate was already calling 911, but what could we tell them? Suddenly, the kid's voice came through clearly. He must have put his headset back on. He was crying and trying to whisper, "Please help. My dad's really drunk. He's hurting Mom. We live at 1847 Oakwood Drive in Pittsburgh. Please send someone." Ryan, who turned out to be an off-duty cop from Philadelphia, took charge. He kept talking to Travis, keeping him calm while another teammate relayed the address to Pittsburgh PD. We could still hear the chaos. Furniture breaking, the mom crying, the dad threatening to kill everyone. Travis told us his dad had lost his job 3 months ago and had been getting drunk every night since then. Tonight was worse because Mom had used the last of their savings to buy groceries instead of giving him drinking money. The next few minutes were terrifying. The dad found Travis in his room and started screaming about him being on the computer instead of helping with money. We heard the headset clatter to the ground. Travis was crying, "No, Dad, please, not the belt." That's when we heard sirens in the background. The dad started yelling about calling the cops, and Travis screamed that he hadn't done it. There was a loud thud. Later, we found out the dad had thrown Travis against the wall. We heard the police announcing themselves, then the sound of the door being broken down. There was a lot of shouting, things breaking, and finally, the dad screaming as they arrested him. A female officer found Travis and checked if he was okay. Travis picked up his headset one last time. He was crying but managed to say thank you before his mom took him to the hospital. The officers talked to us briefly through his mic, getting statements about what we'd heard. I couldn't sleep that night. None of us could. We kept our party chat open until morning, just processing what had happened. Ryan used his police connections to follow up on the case. Travis and his mom moved in with his grandmother that week. His dad got arrested for domestic violence, child abuse, and a bunch of other charges. 6 months later, Travis joined our party again. His voice was brighter, and he told us things were much better. His mom had a good job, he was doing well in school, and his dad was in prison. He still plays with us sometimes, but now we only hear normal household sounds in the background. His mom calling him for dinner, his dog barking, his little sister asking to play. Last week, Travis's mom joined our party chat briefly. She was crying, but this time from gratitude. She thanked us for being there that night, for not disconnecting, for caring about her son. She told us Travis calls us his guardian angels. His dad's serving 15 years, and they're finally at peace.